everybody, it's Danielle, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys tonight about planning for your January and December. I know most of you guys are like, it's just the first couple days of November, but to be successful in December and January, which tend to be a slower month, you need to be prepared and ready to go for ready to go now. You need to start booking parties. You need to start committing to different things right this second. So I'm going to just jump right in right now and talk to you guys a little bit about just being prepared, being ready for these events. First thing is first is try to work on booking sooner than later. So I wanted to kind of start mindsetting. You might be like, Danielle, I don't even have the rest of my November booked. I only have the first couple of days. That's fine, but start working on booking in December and January as well. Okay? So just start thinking about that. Start planning 90 days out. Work on finishing this month. Work on doing the rest. I promise you it's going to help significantly. Okay? Some very important dates that Pink Zebra has for us is the last day for guaranteed Christmas shipping is Friday the 13th. Honest to goodness, I wouldn't recommend waiting that long. I would recommend doing like the 10th. That's normally my last cutoff date. It's like around the 10th of December. Because I don't want to play Santa's elf, and this year specifically, I'm going to be going away at the end of December. Like, I'm personally going away with my family. Hi, guys. So definitely start looking at that. Also thinking January, our rally is January 25th, so the new catalog typically comes out that evening. Or the next day or whatever you want to think of that. So definitely make sure you think about that. So as you're watching this, even watching it live or watching the replay, I want you to comment below. If you have at least one party booked for either December or January, comment party. I want to know if you already have at least one party booked for either December or January. Vendor events do not count. Parties, as in a Facebook party, party to go, or a home party, blend bash, or traditional sale, those count as a party. So if you have a party booked for December or January, comment party below. And if you're catching the replay, still please feel free to comment. You go, Lori, having a party in both December and January. That's exciting. Congratulations, girl. You can come lead the training with me then, because I have a feeling you already know what's up. All right. So I will tell you, I also have parties booked in December and January. I have Facebook parties. Again, I am a big Facebook party person. One booked for December. I have one booked for January. I actually have a party booked for February already. She hosts like every couple months, so she's ready for our February party. Really excited for that. But having those parties getting ready to be booked is amazing. So I want you guys to sit here right now and think about what your personal goal is for December and January. Do you just want to hit the $400 so you can be paid on your team? Do you want to hit $1,000 so you get that ribbon and that extra 5% commission? Do you want $2,000 so you get that extra 10% commission and that ribbon and keeps you on track for Pink Sapphire and the trip and everything else along those lines? What are your goals for December and January? Okay, start thinking about them now. Write them in. If you don't have a planner, write them in your planner, okay? Get them ready and going in your planner. My December is very empty right now. I'm currently trying to turn it into Disney mode, so it's a little bit emptier. My Novembers and stuff like that look prettier. But write them in your planner. Write down if you want to have $1,000 in sales volume. Write down if you want to have $400 in sales volume. Write down if you want to have $17,000 in sales volume. Heck, if you want to have that, you earned that trip for one in December alone. So whatever your goal is in December and your goal is for this January, make sure you write them down in your planner and look at it. Now, this is the biggest thing. You need to then figure out what your average party sale is. You can go into your party reports, kind of figure out your average party sale. Figure out your parties. Like, okay, I've closed 12 parties. They're equal about $300. I normally add a couple extra zeros to the 12 parties. So I say 15 parties. And then I divide that by, they're $300 divided, or I mean the total amount of the party. So say it's, $10,000 divided by the 15 and figure out my party average, right? So I'm going to do easy math, right? Say your average party sales is $200, okay? And your goal for December is just to hit $400. In that easy party math, you're estimated that you're going to need at least 2 parties, right? 2 parties. If your party average is $200 and you want a $400 month, you need 2 parties. In December and January, you need to double that. I normally double it and add 1. Okay? So I know what my party total is. I know what my goals are. So I try to double it and add at least 1 extra as a cushion. Because here's the deal. In December and January, people end up canceling more. Parties end up sometimes being flops more. I don't know what it is about December and January, but figure out what your number is and double it. So if you say, I want to have $400 in sales in December, my average party total is $200, you need to have at least 4, if not 5 parties booked. Does that make sense? Does that roundabout math make sense? So that is the biggest thing I would definitely suggest. Figure out your average party total and then double your number of parties you need to have and add 1. So for me, if I want to have a $2,000 month, I need to have at least 10 parties. I think. I forget. In my mind, I have okay, my parties average this much, and then you double it. So you're like, okay, but December, I only have a week and a half to sell because, the next week, for everything to be guaranteed by Christmas. That is true, right? For me, I feel like I have less because I have a week that I'm gone too in December, which is crazy. Now, you can still sell after the Christmas shipping is done. You might still get orders here and there, and I always have. And I mean, people are going to still randomly want Scentflirt to come back or whatnot that might be available. I'm hoping that, we have Sunday's the 1st. I'm hoping we have a Cyber Monday special. That's actually the first Monday after Thanksgiving. So our Monday, December 2nd is going to be a day. I feel like there's good reasons for us to have sales in December, especially early on. And as you guys know, on our team, we encourage you to try to get at least $400 in sales prior to the 15th. It just kind of is one of those things that give you a little bit of peace of mind that you're at least at 1 goal prior to the halfway point of the month. But this is definitely crunch time. I want to hit my $400 sales by the 10th. How am I going to do this thing, Al? You're telling me I need to have 5 parties. I only have 3 days available to have a party. You got to double them up. You got to double book yourself, okay? People are going to cancel. People are going to you're going to have flop parties. You're going to have people who don't show. You're going to have people host who just whatever, okay? So double up your parties. If you have Facebook parties, especially if you have Facebook parties my style, have one at 8, have one at 9 on the same night, or have 2 at 8 if you're not going live and you have a pre-recorded video and just have 2 browsers up, whatever it is. So Monday the 2nd, I have days. I'm going to have 2 parties on Monday the 2nd. I'm going to have 2 parties on Tuesday the 3rd, 2 Facebook parties. If you have home party dates available, double them up. Have a brunch or early lunch or early afternoon party, and then have a 7 p.m. party. Kind of try to keep them close in the location so it's not that far to drive. You're not driving an hour in between the two locations, okay? Try to have 2 home parties at once. These things on doubling up your parties really will help. And what's the worst case scenario, okay? I just went back and said you have your average party sales is $200. Your goal is to have $400. And I said to book at least 4 to 5 parties. What's the worst thing that's going to happen if all 5 parties have $200? Yeah, you're going to be like, oh, sorry, guys. I only wanted $400 this month. No, you're going to be like, I got $1,000 in sales in December because all 5 parties were awesome and they all had $200 plus. I'm going to be like, hey, Christmas, I'm paying myself, right? So double up. So make sure if you plan on doubling up, comment double up in the comments below. Even if it's just one day, I want to hear it. Are you going to double up on your parties? Let's hear it. Double up. Put it down in those comments for me, okay? Now, the next thing I want to tell you guys is to figure out in your planner. If you guys don't have a planner, you're doing yourself a disservice. Obviously, a lot of us are very big passion planners here, but I know like there's Erin Condren. I always want to call it Erin Conrad, and there's Happy Planner and all those different things. So, planner. Take a look at your planner, right? And highlight the days that you can have parties. So look at this. My first week, I am Facebook Party Central, home party one day, Facebook party. This is my cutoff. This is my personal cutoff because I'm going to be gone this week. Okay? I have them highlighted. So I'm doubling up my parties. You need to know what days you can have a party in now. Because Christmas parties, holiday parties, going to see the lights, going to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra in concert, or the Christmas Carol, on stage. Those things are going to put in your calendar too. Those are things that are going to happen. Go to Disney for a week. Those things are going to happen in December and in January because people hold off for holiday parties into January, right? So you need to figure out what days now you can have a party, and this way you don't double book yourself once holiday parties are announced or, going to a different thing. So start having those dates highlighted in your calendar now. All right. A big thing I would definitely suggest is to have at least one party to go, okay? At least one party to go out each month. In December and January, if you can get more, okay? A couple catalogs, a couple samples, a couple order forms, and a cute little folder and a cute little bag, and get it in people's hands. Party to goes are the simplest ways to have it. But that is on top of your Facebook parties and your home parties. Don't let just party to goes be the end all, be all, say all. You need to make sure that you have at least a party to go in somebody's hand to make sure that they are ready to go for the month of December. Get that in somebody's hand on Black Friday, on, Small Business Saturday. So, and then make sure they get it back to you by Friday the 6th or, Monday the 9th or whatever it is. So you can get those checks cashed, get those orders in and get them out. Same thing for January. Get them in January 2nd. Okay, New Year's is over. Here's your party to go back, girl. I'll see you on the 15th and get your orders in, okay? So definitely make sure that at least one party to go back is happening in the month. If you plan on having a party to go, right, PTG, I want to hear that. If you're a PTGer, you're going to party to go with somebody, make sure you add that in the comments. So I really want to see that. Alrighty. And kudos to Jess and Natasha for doubling it up. I know there's a couple more people watching this video. Make sure you double it up too. Okay. This one's more just a preach moment. Do not rely on vendor shows to be your income for December and January. Don't. Okay? Do not. ORG. Do not rely on vendor shows to be your income for and like it's gonna drive your sales volume for December and January. Maybe have one each month, maybe two for December, like for the end of December, like towards the middle of the end of December after our holiday shipping's done, just to get rid of stock. Your vendor shows are literally there just for you to move your stock, okay? In December. I would love, in December, you might get some party leads, you might get some recruiting leads, and I'm not saying you won't, but you're not going to restock, eggnog cupcake on your vendor, from your vendor show on the 14th, because probably my guess is in January you're not going to plan on selling it, and then in February when we have a new catalog, you're going to be like, yeah, I have this leftover eggnog cupcake, right? So in the long run, vendor shows are just going to help you get rid of your stock and get ready for new stock in January. It is what it is. I'm sorry. That's a cold, hard truth. Yes, you can get party leads. Yes, you can get, recruiting leads. Yes, you can get customer leads. And I'm not saying you can't at a vendor event, but don't think the vendor events are going to be the end all, say all, be all to your parties, okay? Alrighty. I'm just doing a quick time check. Sorry. I got told that I'm long-winded. And so I'm trying to make sure I keep this under a half hour for you guys. Alrighty. Here is a tip for January. And I give this tip all the time. This is my favorite tip. Who's going to guess what my tip is? Guess what my January tip is. This is my J-month tip. This is my change of catalog tip. I give this tip all the time. If you don't do this, you're going to be doing a huge disservice to you. Any guesses? Alrighty. January 1st through January 14th. And I say that because I feel as though always like January 15th when they announce the discontinue list. January 1st through January 15th. Have a mystery, 14th, have a mystery host party, okay? And you're gonna be like, okay, Danielle, tell me about this. I always have a mystery host party at the change of catalog. My mystery host parties are amazing. They go from anywhere from like $500 to $1,000. I had a spur of the moment mystery host party the last 3 days of October, and it ended up being a $400 party. In my transition from September to October, it was a $700 mystery host party. My one from June through July was $1,000. Normally my January ones are, my July through August. My January ones are normally anywhere from $600 to $1,000. Have a mystery host party. It's so easy, guys, and it's really getting your VIPs excited. You're letting them know, listen, this stuff's going. If you loved those winter scents, they might be going. If there was something that you still wanted that your mean old husband didn't buy for you and it's still available in my catalog, buy it for yourself, girl. Treat yourself. If there's something, this is your last chance to order from the catalog, okay? And add all the orders, any of your orders up, put in this party, and then raffle off and tell them, listen, this is your last chance, first glance mystery host party. Last chance to order anything from the current catalog. First, you will be the first person to have host rewards ready to go for the new spring summer catalog. So you can use your host rewards on the brand new catalog that's going to be released on January 26th. And they get so excited. People buy a jar, people buy a carton, then some people are crazy and buy like $1,000 worth of stuff. It's crazy, right? So definitely last chance, first glance mystery host parties are where it's at. You need to keep everything going. You need to keep the excitement, keep the energy going, okay? Every time someone places an order, I am not that person this just might be me. I hate getting called out for thanksing out for your order. I hate when people do that. I'm like, ugh. Especially when like thanksing out for your order, 5 pens. Like, I'm so excited that you ordered 5 pens. I want to be like, thanks for telling everybody I ordered 5 pens. I swear the people who tell you what they ordered are like, I don't know. They're just the things I don't want people to know that I ordered. But I don't like when people know I ordered anyways. People feel like that's helping boost sales, but sometimes people really don't like that. A lot of people don't. Some people like it. People like, instead, they like a handwritten thank you card. I am working on my thank you cards right now to finish up last month. People rather have that handwritten thank you card than that big blast on Facebook. It's like proven. I promise you. I think the tag team did a training on that before. No need to catch the replay, Deanna. I am here live right now. You'll have to catch the replay for the beginning part, but no need to catch the replay. All right. So anyways, January 1st to the 14th, I do a mystery host party. I keep them updated as the host rewards increase. So every $100 that we get in host rewards, when the host rewards bump up, I keep them. I'm like, oh my goodness, we have like 6 entries and we're at a $400 party. I'm so excited. And then people start, as the party gets higher, more people buy because more people want in on that higher party. It's contagious. People get really excited and keep going and keep going and keep going. So get that mystery host party out there, okay? Don't just rely on Pink Zebra to have sales. Now, I know I am expecting Pink Zebra to have a Cyber Monday sale or like a clearance sale in January, but I'm not relying my sales on that. I am working my butt off to have my sales ready to go with parties, with party to goes, with my own incentives, okay? The next one I want to talk to you guys about, okay, I'm going to start wrapping up here. I love this idea. I do this all the time. I started doing this and it worked really well last year. I sent out postcards to like my top 50 customers. So basically my customers who I went to my customer report, figured out everyone's sales. I used, yes, I do. So for a mystery host party, actually I have it set up, it says mystery host, and then it has my address. So that way if they order online, they see the party that actually says mystery host. But some people just put it under their name too. Anyways, so sorry. So I use a postcard. Then I send this out to people. And my postcard is like a cute little, like, generic holiday. I don't want to offend anybody if they're not, they don't celebrate Christmas or they don't celebrate any holidays. It's kind of just like a wintry, like, card, okay? I find, like, look for my top 50 customers, and based on my customer report, and I send them, like, you know, wishing you a joyous holiday season, you know, to you and your family or whatnot. Something very cute. On the back of the card, I have a coupon for them that if they order something from me from December, they have to message me, order something from December 21st through the 31st, they get a discount. Normally it's like, they get like a 15% off discount. And then like this, and then it's like Kohl's coupons, I feel like they have them, where it's the sooner you use them, the better. Or if you forget about them and you use them later, it's worse, but it's still a discount, right? So they have like December 26th through the 31st. It's a coupon code for like 15% off. And then January 1st through the 10th, they will get they'll get like 10% off instead of 15. Like they'll get a little bit less percentage off or something along those lines. Like I said, I give to my top 50 VIPs. Last year I had about 10 to 15 people redeem it, and because they felt really special, and a couple people redeemed it in December, a couple people redeemed it in January. So I get those out in the beginning. Like, I pretty much have them sent out in the mail the day that I cut off my Christmas shipping. So this way, if I cut my Christmas shipping off on the 10th, I put them in the mail on the 11th, and they get them after my guaranteed Christmas shipping's done, and we're good to go. So I have more sales towards the end of the month as well. I hope that makes sense to you. You don't have to do this. It's just an idea I had. You could just literally post it on your Facebook page if you want to, but I like the Christmas card idea. I'm very big about my VIPs getting mail. I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, I love to send mail out. I love to put, you know, have things going into the mail, samples, and I love to send little notes in the mail, and I just really like that. I send thank you cards for orders all the time. So I truly, 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 truly believe that I need to put stuff in the mail for people. And I feel like the little postcard with just like a cute little holiday saying and a coupon, they feel special because they know I did not send this out to, you know, 300 people. They know I probably only sent it out to a handful of people. Okay. Some people choose to as well in January to give like a general discount. It's up to you. Jess, I think, taught me this. Like, she gives like 10% off the whole month of January. It's not a bad idea to do it because, in my opinion, my Januaries are normally $2,000 anyways. I'm getting an extra 10%. So if I give 10% off, I'm still making my 25% commission on top of, you know, any team sales or anything along those lines. So, it doesn't hurt. Or, hey, give 5% off. And if you get to that $900, you get 5% off. You're like, oh, it's evening it out, right? Okay. So, what idea are you going to use? Like, what really pushed you on saying, okay, Deanne, you're right? Like, are you planning on doing that, doubling it on your bookings? Are you planning on doing that party to go? Are you planning on trying to do a mystery host party? Which I say yes, do it. Maybe the postcard idea. I have a ton more ideas, but again, I'm trying to keep my training under a half hour or close to it. And I have 2 minutes left technically. So I will be probably doing a couple mini follow-ups on my Saturday shorties on different ideas as well to plan for an amazing December and January. And heck, you can use this any time of the year, but December and January really, really you really need a push in those months. I just, you know, they're the months that have more cancellations. They're the months that have more excuses. They're the months that have whatever it is. But like, oh, January, people are going to be like, oh, I'm so tired from Christmas. Is your Christmas tree still up? Let's have a party and let all your friends come see your Christmas tree, you know? Why don't you have a blend bash? This will be a fun way to get, you know, to get the girls together and chit chat and blow off some steam, and we'll have a cookie exchange with it too. Whatever it is, like, there's so many ways to have more parties. And like I said, I'm going to keep giving ideas on my Saturday shorties for the next couple weeks. I wanted to give you some basic ones now, but if you get lots of bad weather, public party goes, and Facebook parties are the way to go, you know? Just really plan on it, you know, double up your Facebook parties, double up, get those party to go bags in people's hands. Get a mystery host party set together on your VIP page. Amp up your VIP page. Make sure your people are commenting on your VIP page. That's going to help. Honest to goodness. So I randomly do like stupid drawings on my VIP page. And I hate to say it that way, but they're like no-brainer drawings. Like, I will go through, I'll have like a bunch of samples. And I'll like just post a GIF, and one lucky person gets all these samples. And people go crazy. That boosts up your activity on your VIP page, which then will help boost your sales for when you do have sales or whatever it is. Not having non-ping zebra posts, I can't explain this enough to you. Non-business posts are huge to help with your boosting of your page, your business page and your VIP page, and the interaction in that. And that's what's going to get your sales up on your VIP page and your business page, because people are going to see those things that are not salesy. Okay. So start booking now, okay? Figure out your number, and double it and add one, okay? If you want $400 in sales, your average party is $200. You want to have at least 4 parties, if not 5, okay? You guys got this. Worst case scenario, you hit your goal. Best case scenario, which is actually not really worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you surpass your goal. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I said, I'll do some more Saturday stories coming up here with some more training, but planning in your planner, planning in your parties, I just can't emphasize it enough, okay? Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.